A windfall isn't good or bad, it's just something that falls across your path. I'd always wanted to be a farmer since I was born, pretty much. My father was a Grumman aircraft engineer during World War II, who retired early when he inherited a farm out of nowhere. I was 10 years old. It was a completely fallow farm, and my garden here just got bigger and bigger until it became a farm. What I enjoy most about the farm is just seeing things grow, the things that are growing in nature, the things I plant, and sometimes even more with the things other people plant. I've had a favorite vegetable since I was a little kid. I like sweet things. I love carrots. They're not the easiest thing to grow, but it was great as I went through years figuring out if you plant them at the right time and harvest them at the right time, they can be incredibly sweet. I really enjoy providing that for people and having them for myself. And then there are just so many other things that are so wonderful that I get to enjoy while I bring them to other people. A farm at its best to me is a place that it's functioning in tune with nature and endlessly productive. Everybody needs their own little homestead. That could stabilize the whole world. But unfortunately, I have inherited a huge farm. What I've tried to do here to help people have their own farms is to let them use a part of my farm to learn to farm and work with me. And then I get to work with them too, and I invariably learn things from them as well. So it's great. But I can do that with 1 or 2 people at a time. But I've got 142 acres here, and even with doing that with a couple of people, I'm using at the most maybe 20 acres at any given time. I don't have a way to administrate having lots of farmers here, and I'm not allowed to subdivide it under the easement. So I just don't know what to do. I'd like to have this whole place available to be smaller farms, but I can't find a way to share it without going broke. Keeping it a good place to farm is another struggle that I don't know if I'm going to accomplish. We're right near Route 84. We're like the shipping capital of the world, so we've got all these warehouses. Within a half a mile of those warehouses, it's known as a death zone because it's so unhealthy to be there. And we're right on the edge of that. We've got things that are barely a half mile for us, and now they're trying to get closer. I've almost given up on farming here several times as more and more industrial development happens around us, and we're getting more help, but it's exhausting. It's just day to day, you gotta keep farming, but at the same time, you've gotta fight all these battles with people that are going to widen the road that goes through your farm and pollute the air to a point where people can't be here and breathe.
In its record has a 1.5-page letter from our opposition, right? There's no hiding the fact that we're facing some extreme opposition from members of the community, and they've submitted a letter. That's 1.5 pages, and it's a complete misrepresentation of what's been happening before the planning board. The moratorium has no rational basis.
I am Morse Pitts at Windfall Farm on 301 Neelytown Road. There's one business over there, Carlisle, that was proposed as a warehouse and somehow became a 24-hour, horribly noisy factory that is a huge impact on us. So I really support this moratorium so the town can know exactly what's being proposed for Neelytown Road. Pretty sure it's a quote, but unrestrained growth is the philosophy of cancer. So if you're just having an economy that has to grow to create more economy, it's a self-consuming, horrible thing. But if you've got an economy that includes things like, clean air and clean water and time to do things for people, that's an economy that can grow and not consume things. And there's more to an economy than just money and consumption. I've learned from farming that life is, as my mom told me, extremely short, and you better grab onto it and do the things you want to do. And I love farming more than anything else, so it's also a way to have a really short life because it goes by quick when you're enjoying it. I guess it could do a drudgery job that I don't want to do and feel like life went on forever, but I like this way better. It would just be really nice to just be able to farm without constantly fighting to be allowed to farm in so many ways. I get attached to things in general, so this big beautiful farm is a big attachment, and it's just full of things and people that I'm attached to. But then again, some of the people have gone on from here to have their own farms, so I'm attached to that too. So it works both ways. The farm both creates an attachment and it creates a jumping off point. And now it's in total transition, and I'm not sure what's going to happen to it. I'm hoping if I've got any legacy, it's the other people that have been here and gone on to do things that I tried to do better than I do them. And there are quite a few of them, so I think it's a pretty good legacy.
you.